Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, our world is fully capable of supporting those suffering most, but help is still not going where it is urgently needed. In most of the developed world, governments have adopted packages valued in the double digits of GDP to tackle the virus and its social and economic impact. But we have not seen the necessary level of global solidarity that would enable the developing world to do the same, as I have been appealing from the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, this crisis is a human tragedy, but it is also an opportunity. It has demonstrated the potential for real change. People everywhere have adopted new ways of living, working and socializing. Governments everywhere have reordered their priorities. For too long, we have been underserved by our global financial architecture. We now have a chance to reimagine global financing frameworks and put them at the service of humanity.
I now turn to Artemisa Montes-Silvan, who is the Executive Director of the Mexican Observatory on Crisis, to take the floor. Artemisa, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Jean, for your introduction. Excellent. Dear all. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought the world to the brink of a crisis that was already due to the rapid increase in asset prices, debt, private and public, as well as a dramatic margin. Even before the pandemic, negative interest rates had fostered share buybacks and mergers and acquisitions, leading to unprecedented levels of capital concentration. This economic expansion has been supported on poor regulations, financial liberalization that usually leads to crime. Capital account liberalization attracts largest capital that increase the pressure on loosely regulated domestic financial systems capable of preventing currency and maturity changes or effectively managing credit risk. Now, almost 10 months into the pandemic, we can see these alarming signs once again. A new rise on asset prices such as blue chip US equity, gold, oil, platinum, and cryptocurrencies to the levels before the lockdown, which has been mistaken as signs of recovery. These few months, billionaires have seen their fortunes rise by 27%. On the other hand, many measures to cope with the pandemic have been credit-based, opening the door for further instability. This, the face of other instruments that can better ease the financial burden addressing the pandemic and speed recovery in developing, such as the allocation of special growing. This solution will not just strengthen the budgets of low and like without the cut. That will open the door for fully strapped donors to increase their support for development. The lack of regulation has also favored the rise of private entities, credit rating agencies, non-appointed regulators of national. They, which continue to underplay development based on elements such as environmental, quality, or the rising food prices and scarcity produced by the commodities future market that can result in food riots among. This scenario, it is always important to remember that the Bretton Woods institutions are members of the UN system and not supranational or self-governed. Consequently, it falls under the purview of the UN states to assess the developmental impact financialization has had against its foreseeable cost. Even more, COVID-19 pandemic has stressed the need to build a heart of the UN, a new financial regulatory system for people.
Thank you very much, Artemisia. Unfortunately, there was probably a problem with the bandwidth, so we did lose a little bit of your very important points, but I do hear the important stress that you put on the need to issue or call for a new issuance of SDRs, the importance of addressing credit rating agencies, and also the need for a UN process.
As we chart a new way forward, I count on you and your networks to continue to speak out. We need your voices urging policies and actions to recover better with sustainability, equity and inclusion. Together, let's build an even more fruitful partnership between the United Nations and civil society so that the global response to the pandemic addresses the financial needs of all countries and communities. Let us